Okay. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. My name is Tox. But my nickname is a Shameless Sister, like Shameless Sis. So I think my lifestyle is very different from everyone else because my life is full of shamelessness. Because I think if you are shameless, you will bring a lot of efficiency to your life. So the first thing that probably everyone, you had this experience that your mom, no matter how old you've grown, like keeps sending you messages like, hey, what are you doing? Who are you with? How are you? Are you happy? Those messages can be annoying sometimes. One day, instead of replying her messages, I just find one of my sex videos and send. Because from the video, why? Because from the video, she clearly got the messages, got the answers. How are you? What are you doing? Healthy? Still moving? No COVID. And who are you with? A sexy man, a sexy, muscular, unstopping man. And how's your life in Thailand? Look at my face in the video. Yeah, I was happy. It was wonderful. And yeah, I'm happy. And you may say that, oh, it's embarrassing. Oh, it's embarrassing to send the sex video to your mother. No, come on, guys. It's very efficient. Because to shut her up. And sometimes, efficiency can also help you to save money. And every morning I go to a beach and dance there in naked. And you may think that I am an exhibitionism.
Exhibitionist.
Yeah, exhibitionist. Anyway, I will practice how to speak that. But actually no, I'm just too lazy to wash my clothes. One day a British guy came over and he said, hey, get dressed. You have to care about the social acceptance. It was 6 in the morning with nobody around, since the social environment doesn't exist and there was nobody who gives a fuck about accepting me or not. And I don't want to waste my time and mood to argue with him. Then I just said, well, what a conscious boy. Maybe because of you. And do you want a job? He was like, ew. Oh, I said, do you want a blow job? He said, ew, fuck off. And then he left. So by disgusting him, and you will save the time to discussing with him, debating with him, okay? You think which word is better, debating or discussing? By discussing him, you save the time to discuss with him.
Yes, that's the best because it's kind of rhymes.
Yeah, disgusting and discuss. Yeah. Because it just came up to my mind. Original one is like argue with him. Sometimes Thailand is a country full of superstition, religion, love towards Buddha, and love towards Buddha. You guys must know a lot of people are superstitious, especially in Thailand, especially in Copenhagen. And last year, I lived with my Thai landlord, a middle-aged single straight guy. Yeah, to save time in negotiation in order to let him lower down the price, the rental. I gave him a hat and 30% off. But that's not a big deal. The house was designed by a genius. The only toilet was on the first floor, and I lived on the third. So no matter I was for a pee-pee or poo-poo, I have to run like a marathon. Then I started to collect bottles to save the earth. No, it's not. I'm not that kind. It's just for pee. It's just for. It's just to pee inside, to save my laziness, to explore my laziness, to explore myself, my inner laziness. The landlord saw that. He said, "Ew, you filthy Chinese, that's disgusting." I was like, "Oh, landlord, I have a secret to tell you. Do you know that why Chinese are richer? Because the pea shines like gold. If you put them there, it will bring you good luck." He was shocked. He was shocked, nodding head and left, since he revealed a huge secret from me. Then one day, I saw him picking bottles along the beach. Okay, this part I somehow cut off the Buddha things inside. Do you think?
Yeah.
You think to keep it?
The other one where, when you say, well, finish and then we can talk.
Okay. And also being shameless is very useful, in negotiation. I once had a hostel in Pattaya, the city of sex. One day an elegant lady showed up and she said, "Nice to meet you, I got 2 hostels. But your hostel has a lot of customers. What is your secret of success?" Then I showed another video of mine, the sex one, and said, "I give blowjob to my customers." And then, of course, and then she was frozen like a, and then she was like a, then she was speechless like a frozen banana. And later she bought my business. I used to be an English teacher, teaching students to pass an English speaking test. During the test, the students will sit in front of the native English speaker to describe a book, building, a flower, all these boring things. In my class, I always told my students, think if you are an examiner, every day you need to listen to at least 50 students who are like your guys, talking about boring shit. And the examiners are fucking bored. They need to hear some drama. Drama light up your day. And trust me, the more dramatic your story is, the higher score you will get. Okay, now take note. Rule number 1. Rule number 1. You always have to say, "My mother is dead." But different reasons of your mother's death. Like 50 reasons of your mother's death. Different reasons for your mother's death. For example, nothing can make the examiners feel more guilty by not giving a good score to a student who lost his mother. So if the test asks you to describe a book, you would say, "This book is so important because this book was given by my mother who died in a car accident." And if the test to ask you to describe a building, you would say, "The building is so important, I visited it with my mother before her death of breast cancer." If the test asks you to describe a flower, you would say, "The flower is what I put on my mother's grave." A month later, I got a complaint. It said, "After 30 days learning, the teacher taught my beloved son nothing but how I died in 50 different ways."
Good, nice ending. Let's, can I see it? Is it in? Yeah, let's see. Maybe even so, this can do what you want. One day, instead of replying to her messages, I just found one of my sex videos. Could you say one of my outdoor sex videos? Because then from the video, she got answers. How are you doing? Healthy. Yeah, I'm getting plenty of exercise outside. Because I think you want the video to be as mundane as possible in every aspect, except for the fact that you're having sex. So like, you could send your mom a picture of you outside at the beach, and that would be lovely. And like, you would never send a picture of your mom of you just like on your bed. But so I feel like if you can get more mundane stuff, so you like outside. Oh, she can see the weather is lovely, because you've even mentioned the weather in your video, but it doesn't really make sense because you're inside having sex.
Yeah.
But if you say, I sent her one of my sex videos on the beach, and she can see I'm enjoying my time on the beach. The weather's lovely.
I think probably the people will judge me because they will think like having sex on the beach is very inappropriate in Thai, like not respecting their culture.
Your whole thing is inappropriate. There's not going to be. There's nothing there that's going to be. There's no Thais going to be there. Who are you with? Like, so how are you? How are you doing? Healthy. Getting plenty of
You're
sun.
not thinking about like the Copenhageners, like they are.
Fuck them. Like if they get insulted. How's your life in Thailand? Yeah, like even. How are you? Blah blah blah. Who are you with? Sexy blah blah blah. How's your life in Thailand? Well, I'm hanging out on the beach. I'm getting plenty of time on the beach, and you can see I'm happy. Maybe mention that you get every morning. I go to the beach and dance there naked. You may think I am an exhibitionist, but actually no, I'm just too lazy to wash my clothes because I get so sweaty when I dance. That's why I suppose you don't need to say that. One day I should dress. I like the setup to the British guy came over. In the other one, you said, do you want a job? He said, what kind of job? And then you said, oh, a blow job.
Yeah, I don't have to say it directly, right?
Yeah, and then again, take out, he was like, ew, fuck off, and left, and then he could just jump straight ahead. By disgusting him,
you don't have disgust.
Time was saved discussing with him. Pee in a bottle. Also, I liked in the last one, in the pee in the bottle, you said, I came back 4 years later. The landlord was excited to see me. He had made 5,000 baht, and he wanted to show you something. Because then it's kind of like, what? The landlord actually made money out of this thing, and then shows you the pee bottles, and you're like,
pee bottles temple.
Yeah. The house was designed by a genius. You should only say that after. So he's last year, blah blah blah. The only toilet was on the first floor, and I lived on the third floor. The house was clearly designed by a genius. Because like, if you say the house was designed by a genius, we don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, I got it.
I think, when you say that, you're commenting on the house, but we don't know why you're saying that. I know you explain it in the very next line, but I don't know.
We're laughing.
Like a frozen banana.
What?
Is that a well-known expression?
Okay.
Like it could work because it's so wild or it's so unusual. Shit, nice to meet you. I can also got 2 hostels here.
Because it's related to sexual things, so I was thinking like using a frozen banana as a metaphor.
Okay.
Funny or as what? I don't know actually.
Yeah. I don't know, yeah, like. It maybe, like, who
Like
knows?
a frozen cock, like a frozen.
Who knows what an audience will find funny and what they won't in a way, so maybe it'll work. I give blowjob. I showed her a video of mine and said, I feel like I like what you've done, but I feel like you need to she wants to know the secret to your success. Then I showed her another video of mine. It was me giving blowjobs to a customer.
I think maybe I need to cut off the video part because I mentioned the video part in the first story. I would just
Yeah, what was the secret to your success? I give blowjobs to my customers.
maybe I can because this was real because there was another owner of the hostel
Yeah.
and he came over and he said and oh look at your review, they were so good, and someone said like you know the toilet was amazing was and then he asked like oh what's going on in the toilet. I was like oh I gave blowjobs to my customer.
That could work as well.
Then I don't have to mention about the video again because the video
Yeah,
I already
you-
mentioned it.
I don't think you need to mention the video at all. She goes, "What's the secret to your success?" You go, "I give blowjobs to my customer." That'll get a laugh. Then you go, "She ended up buying my business. I don't know if she gives blowjobs."
No blowjobs, only COVID.
Yeah. Then yeah, the how to pass the English.
The English test.
Yeah, I like that. That's obviously good.
That is not sexual related.
No, that's a good one. What example? Maybe don't mention the type of cancer. Just say cancer. I visited it with my mother before. Like I don't even know. You always have to be careful mentioning what people die of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say you could lose a room. The building is so important. I visited it with my mother before her death. Of breast cancer is very specific, and then you might trigger someone in the room. Maybe it doesn't matter.
Maybe related to the building, like she fell off from the building.
Yeah. The building is so important. I visited with my mother before her untimely death. You don't even need to mention.
I remember the building so much because my mother was fell off that.
Yeah, like I don't even think you need to mention how she died. It just
Because
feels.
at the end, I will say like there are like 50 ways of death.
Yeah. No, I like that, but you don't need to mention. Well, if you're gonna do that, the building is somewhere like her death of. I visited with my mother before her death.
Yeah, I got what you mean. Like it's not necessary. It's not necessary.
Yeah, it doesn't add anything comedically,
Yeah.
and you might end up just triggering someone.
Yes.
And we'll do it later. How I died. Yeah, maybe you could say before her death. Yeah, just don't mention cancer and what's the other one?
Yeah. Because a lot of people in Copenhagen they got cancer and they come here.
It's not cancer and there's another illness that you just cancer and AIDS or something like that. Like one of there's just certain illnesses you're just not supposed to mention because if you can avoid mentioning an illness, it's better because you don't know who in the audience will know that.
Before car accident.
Yeah, or car accident is pretty okay, I would say.
Yeah, I miss my mom because I remember the building because it's a parking lot. Because before my mother got a car accident.
Yeah, like or was run over by make it silly maybe rather than.
Yeah, silly, but you can tell it's obviously a made up story.
Like in a way, breast cancer works better because it's real, but in another way, you're just more likely to trigger people.
Yeah, there's like 15 ways of death. But
Yeah.
It's dramatic. It's silly.
Yeah, I like the 50 Ways of Death is a good way to.
50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, 50 Ways. After a month later, I got a complaint. It said after 30 days learning, the teacher thought my beloved son nothing.